I guess we'll go with this and that works out. Alright. Again, thanks everybody for coming here to celebrate Alex and Brian Zuerlein, official Mr. and Mrs. Zuerlein. Right. It's kind of cutting and cutting out, so bear with me with this. It's good.
Refund!
Okay, just cusp it. Alright, that works, okay.
Nice shoes!
Well, thank you. Great, this is a great, groomsman gift, so appreciate that. First order of business, I've known Brian for 20 years, ever since I was 4 years old and I was a toddler. And we had a little kid. We used to have a lot of,
Move to your right. Just
I'm just going to keep on going. If it cuts out, just fill in the blanks. Just trying to say something funny, laugh, go with it. Alright, let's play this market. Good. Anyways, again, I've known him for 20 years. Back at Westbrook, and all of us were... Okay, I'm just going to start yelling. All right, more intensity for this one. No, I'm just going to do it like this. Okay. Anyways, back to where I was. Again, yeah, it's been 20 years knowing this kid. Had a lot of memories, and of course I was reminded that this speech has to be PG, so all the good things are obviously left out, so I apologize for that in advance. Anyways, our families also go back together quite some time as well. We used to get babysitted by Jason, who got beat down on the regular by my brother and I, and he denies it to this day, but yes, it actually happened. And even back then, it was really nice to have a family like the Zuerleins to be there for me when I was growing up, going through all the times I was going through. I had Joe, Marie, and Joe, so please give a big hand for them. They had a very, very large part of this. And even through all those years, it's really nice to know that I had somebody, or a good friend of mine, that I can go to for anything that I needed, anything I wanted, for security, for just having a good time, being a kid growing up, and I really appreciate that, even now, 20 years later, which I can only say that about one person. And if you actually think about it, anybody that I've known for that long, there's only maybe even one or two people I can say that for, that know you better than anybody else, even after all the years and after everything you've been through with them. So, again, it's been awesome, thank you. And even going on, when we're growing up, of course, even through middle school, we wrestled, we did football together, and that was the end of my athletic career, because I was not good at it at all. But at least I tried, at least you got me to give it a shot, and well, this wasn't for me. And of course, this goes on to when I was actually around that age, from middle school, actually a little bit kind of early high school when I first got my car. My window broke because it was freezing outside. The kind of roller froze up, stuck, jammed. Took it to Brian because again, his dad is a mechanic, and I get the car returned to me with duct tape on the windshield. And it's like, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, it's fine. No, I fixed it. Even though his father was the foreman for the city of Omaha at the time, I thought I was going to get it fixed properly, but I got duct tape, so I had to make do with what I had. And even around that time, I do remember when he first met Alex Freeman, when, of course, Brian was a football player and Freeman was a cheerleader.
Thank God! Yeah!
All of us kind of deter from things every now and then, but I mean, that's how I remembered you, Freeman. First meeting you and all that, and of course, you really grew to love the group of friends, the Hillside Kids and all that. You were very accustomed to all of our Arbol chill spots, got very familiar with China Gate, got very familiar with Hacky Sack, and she was really how can I put it? Coming from a very different background from all of us, she really clicked with us, and none of that stuff was an issue back then when we were growing up, and I really appreciate it for that, Alex. I mean, no matter what came through at all, you're always there with us, and that's a great characteristic of yourself, and I really appreciate that. And even now, even more recently, it was also a very impromptu thing when I heard about the engagement. Again, it was that China Gate, just sitting there, eating some dinner and all that, and Zuerlein looks at me. He was like, yeah, by the way, I proposed to Alex. I was like, oh, wow. 10 years in the making, finally happened, congratulations. And we continue to eat dinner, so. Yes, it is, indeed. And of course, again, there's a lot more stories I can tell, a lot more things that I can't say, but it really kind of overshadows the main point of this entire speech. You guys want to keep it very short and to the point, because there's no really reason to expand on things that I really know about. The fact that Brian and Alex have known each other for 10 years, have loved each other for 10 years, off and on, and even now, it's very comforting to know that both you guys finally found your true loves. You guys finally got married, and again, finally, Mr. and Mrs. Zuerlein. So again, I just want to hear a big round of applause for the newlyweds.